Hello, I'm Private Brianna Martin. I'm from Brandon, Mississippi. My job here at 70th BSB is important because we make sure that the soldiers are trained and make sure that they know what to do in the event of a CBRN attack. I think the most thing I'm proud of is I can say that my soldiers, the soldiers in my company, the soldiers in my battalion, soldiers in my brigade, are well equipped for a CBRN attack. They know exactly what to do, how to do it. The reason I joined the military was because I was in college. I couldn't really figure out a major that I wanted to do, so the Army, the military has kind of been in my family. My dad, my mom, my brothers, my uncle, everybody's been in the military at some point. The person that made the biggest impact on me was my NCO, Sergeant Allen. The last time I was in my hometown was about last August. I came to Korea on September 4th last year. I'm a CBRN specialist. CBRN stands for Chemical, Biological, Radiological, Nuclear Specialist. I can't tell you a typical day because I really don't have one. I run equipment, I train soldiers, I fit masks to people. There's really not a typical day for me. It's easy to just throw a book at someone and say, hey, here's a book, read it. But it's harder to actually sit down and say, hey, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to do it. And I think that's the part I enjoy most about my job. I've learned a lot being in Korea. Coming straight out of AIT, they didn't tell you how to run a CBRN room. And when I got here, I was like, wow, this is so much stuff to do. I don't understand. Like, I had to get help from a lot of other companies. And being an E1 and being in a position of a CBRN NCOIC wasn't the easiest thing to do. But I got help from other people, and I've learned how to become an NCOIC for CBRN, how to run a CBRN room, how to mask fit people, just different things. I think the most thing I enjoy about being in Korea is it's just a beautiful country. You look out and you see it, and it's just a spectacular country to be in. It's beautiful. Usually I get to speak to my husband at least almost every night. He usually calls me on Skype or on phone. Kind of hard to pinpoint just one thing, but I really miss my family. I think that's the most I miss about being home. I think the hardest part about being away from home is I was raised in Mississippi. I spent my entire life there, and then I joined the Army, and I'm in a foreign country now. I think that is the hardest part about being away from home, is this first time I'm actually away from family, away from my husband, away from his family, away from everybody I know. The first week or two I was here, it was a shock, because I was trying to think, oh my God, I'm in a foreign country. What happens now? Like, what do I do now? And I mean, it gets easier as it goes along, but the first few weeks were the hardest. As far as testing goes, it depends on how many people you have come in. It could be anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours. And it also depends on if their mask is defective, if they haven't cleaned it, if they put the head strap on right. I mean, it all depends. The piece of equipment I was using was called a PATS machine.
What's that used for?
It's used to fit the mask to their face and make sure that it seals correctly. Pretty much the only thing they do is they move around in their mask, make sure that it seals, make sure that the airflow is correct, make sure it's not broken anywhere. My job here is pretty much to train soldiers, to get them to know how to put on their J-list correctly in the proper time, put on their mask, know if it's broken, if it's defective, how to fix it. A J-list is a joint lightweight integrated suit technology. The person that's made the biggest impact on my life here is Sergeant Allen. He's a great NCO, and even though he's ACAP, and he's kept me moving forward with my job and kept me up to date on all the information that I needed. Serving in the armed forces has made me a better leader because I had so many leaders that showed me how to be a leader. They showed me what ways to train soldiers, how to treat them, how to talk to them. I mean, I think that's what makes the greatest leaders, are people that know how to do those things. I think women's history is still relevant today because women are still striving to move forward in the world. I think my work contributes to Women's History Month because I'm a woman. I'm in the Army, and it's mostly male-dominated field. And it's good for someone on the outside looking in to see, wow, that's a woman. She can do the job exactly the same way a male can. I think I would like the general public to know that every day we strive to ensure the safety of our family, friends, and loved ones across the globe. And here at 70th BSB 210 Fires Brigade, we are always ready to fight tonight. All right, same thing now, except look up and look down. Slowly. When it beeps, just turn the page. Okay. Okay. You ready? Go ahead. All right, turn the page. You might need a new canister. Okay. The next one is move your head up and down slowly. Okay, there you go. Just loosen these two right here and pull over. Let me see. If there's any airflow coming through.
Okay.
This next part, just act like you're chewing. Take your mask off. Your platoon sergeant has the memo. She has everybody's. Alright. Forgot to sign the sign-in roster and it came up on the list because you were. There you go. That just means you'll pass it this time. Don't worry about it. Alright. Ready? Go ahead. You having a hard time breathing? Okay. Just make sure.